Lecturers strike bites on as it enters its day 2. Our reporter Francis Mtalaki now tells us how the situation is in universities in Mombasa. This strike was called for yesterday at 2 p.m. when it officially began.
Well, the University Academic Staff Union have begun their strike today, and here at Technical University of Mombasa, this is day 1, and currently there is nothing going on here. Currently, some of the students are still streaming in, but there is no learning in some of the classrooms that we've been able to spot to. But I would want now to bring in some of the officials who are lecturers here at the TUM University, probably to dissect this issue.
Honestly, this morning. And as you can witness, also you reporters, you can see everything is paralyzed. No learning is going on. We have stopped all the activities, all learning activities in the university. And that's the first stage in our strike. The next one is now we want to come together in a large meeting so that we can officially start our strike in this university.
But also, you can look at what has been happening here. There is a political mood that has just ended, or it is still in the political bickering for that matter. And given that the situation that is there in running this government, maybe is this the appropriate time of going for the strike?
Ours is purely a labor matter, and we are completely dependent of any political activities which is going on in the country. You do not take away people's rights because of the politics which goes on in a country. Because, of course, everything should go on as it is. Normal life should come back. We should not be bogged down by the politics so that we fail to do the things which we are supposed to do as a country. So we lecturers, we feel we are aggrieved, and we need to voice our concern, our frustration, because we have been negotiating so that the pay can be adjusted as it's supposed to be adjusted. And we find the ministry is not doing that. And the reason why we feel, irrespective of what is going on, the political situation in the country, we are not going to affect the situation because we are not really fighting for politics. We are fighting for labor matters.
And lastly, maybe when you look at the CBA that was between 2014 and 2017.
Now the bone of contention is the duration after that period. Because now we are talking about the 2017, 2021 CBA duration. Of course, before now you negotiate you have another negotiation CBA. You have to now clear the previous CBA. Now that's where the problem has come. The challenge is coming now. They have not implemented. They implemented the 2013-2017. But you see, before you negotiate another CBA, that one must continue, so that they can now be surpassed by what you have negotiated. Now they have not done that, and that's now where we are having a problem with them. That they have not continued with the salary which was negotiated. Yeah, we are back to 2013.
We only negotiate for 2 items, basic salary and house allowance. So it is the same 2 items, basic salary and house allowance, which is now bringing problems. And we want those 2 items enhanced according to the agreements in the 2013-2017 CBA. So those are the main benefits that we are fighting for. An enhancement of the basic salary and house allowance. All the other benefits are normally negotiated in internal CBAs by each chapter or each university. Yeah.
And you're very critical in terms of the daily activities that happen here at TUM. And looking at the scenario that we've been able to move around, the students are still outside here, there are no classes. How is this going to affect learning and some of the programs basically that you had lined up? I understand that you have a graduation on 30th.
Yeah, that is correct. There's supposed to be a graduation ceremony, and that work is normally done at the departmental level. So when staff in the departments, academic staff, withdraw their services, it means such activities that prepare the ground for the successful graduation ceremony to be held is stopped. And that will definitely affect that. In terms of academic programs, there will be no academic programs going on because we have instructed our members to withdraw their labor, their services until such a time that we have our salaries adjusted. That means money must be released to individual universities. Allocation of money. That means for the financial year, there must have been a budget prepared. And a budget is basically a plan in financial terms. And it was incumbent upon those who are supposed to do that work of budgeting. They're supposed to have factored in money that will have gone into adjusting the basic salaries and house allowances. If someone did not do their work, then it is not our business to upload them. We want them probably to account for failure to do their work. And this is one of the reasons we are pushing to ensure that if that money was not allocated, it is allocated. If that money was not released because of probably administrative bottlenecks, then those bottlenecks are removed and that money is released. We are aware that 5.2 billion was actually allocated. Parliament discussed this matter and specifically allocated this amount to go into adjusting the basic salaries and house allowances of members of staff in universities, including non-academic staff members. So we think that money was factored in. It is just a matter of releasing it. And we are giving that push to ensure that that process of release is done as fast as possible.
Well, that was Bonangare, one of the officials here at TUM, speaking to us, and he says that there will be no basic programs that will be running here in terms of learning and other activities that are involved with the lecturers and the TUM officials here in Mombasa until that CBA is implemented. From me, it's back to studio. My name is Francis Mtelaki.